So Archduke Franz Ferdinand was on a special tour of Serbia with his wife, but little did he know there was terror afoot, as such people as Gabriel Princip sought to kill him and make him less alive than he was before. He did this for a lot of reasons, but basically it gave Hungary a chance to be mad at Serbia. And then some other people joined in, and it just evolved into a giant war of the worlds that we now know as World War One. Fast forward 3 years, and everyone's low on stuff like money and people and other war necessities. This is where we meet Woodrow Wilson, a college professor and headmaster, who later decided to be a governor of New Jersey. And then it must have been pretty good at that, because he became a president of the United States. And must have been good at that, because he then got a Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts in peace. For 3 years, the US remained in isolation from all the fighting, but they still felt its wrath, like Britain, who kept sending over propaganda, and they also had to face things like unrestricted German submarine bombings. It all accumulated to the sinking of the Lusitania by German U-boats, which basically caused a lot of, death, and that's got them really angry. Wilson's hand was forced, and on April 2nd, 1917, with Russia on the way out, America officially joined the fight in World War I, ending their isolation, partly. Originally, America's job was just to provide money and troops, but now they had a greater job, as they had to bring up the morale of the entire Allied forces and help turn the tides of an entire war. Fight by fight, Wilson did manage to turn the tide of the war, and result in some victories that he may not have expected, even though he did enter the war. A few months later, the Allies had beaten the rest of the world, and won their victory against World War I, thanks to Woodrow Wilson. Despite being happy with their victory, the United States went back into isolation from the rest of the world for a little while. If Woodrow Wilson had never been there, we might live in a world that is entirely taken over by other forces not allied, such as Germany and Austro-Hungary. Did Wilson ever know that he had such power, that him alone could create such a powerful nation that could save and turn the tide of the war? I guess not, because eventually he was usually disappointed with how the war turned out, and the fact that he wasn't really included in the Treaty of Versailles. Thanks to Wilson helping win the war, Germany had lost a significant amount of both money and soldiers, things they desperately needed if they ever wanted to come back and win again. The Treaty of Versailles was a major event for Wilson, as it was the first time that he had, or any president of the United States, had ever left the United States for an extended period of time to do something on this much of a scale with other nations. To summarize, Woodrow Wilson was a president of the United States and Nobel Peace Prize winner who joined forces with the Allies despite many times of just isolation and defeat the other forces and protect the world from a fate in which Germany and Austro-Hungary ruled and prevent them from ever taking power for a little while and create a much safer world in peace that he now wanted and always tried to get.